This poem, called Grandad's Close Call, is based on based loosely on an incident related to me from my grandfather, Walter Patrick Roberts, and the Roberts family at their dairy farm in between Eden and Bombala on the far south coast. And it's about Grandad and, again, the Jersey bull. I remember the days of the old Jersey bull, the terror of our dunny. The day he put the wind up Grandad. At the time it was not quite so funny. The men had killed a well-fattened steer, gutted him as he hung from the tree, placed the offal in a heap on the old wooden slide, hooked up to the faithful gelding. There was much to be done by one and all, for the beast was a beefy one. The women had their hands full curing the meat as the men cut it where it hung. Grandad set off at a leisurely pace, heading for the erosion gully out back. He replaced the slip rails and clicked to old Ned as they plodded on down the track. When a fearful roar set their hair on end, Grandad's heart gave a sudden lurch. The lads had forgotten the bull was out. He'd go berserk at the scent of fresh blood and all cursed. It was time for quick action to save himself and the horse. Cold fear lending strength to his limbs, he undid the traces, and with wild eyes and trembling flanks, Ned bounded away with a spring. The bull was bellowing, a menacing low rumble as he bore down like a charging train. Grandad's legs worked like pistons, his heart pumped like thunder, gone all his aches and pains. He tore down the track like John Landy, and the watchers stared in mute disbelief as he cleared the old fence like a hurdler, never checking his stride for the leap. Still cursing and sweating, he clung to the tree as the lads collapsed with relief and mirth, whilst the bull, with fiery eyes, stood pawing the ground, showering his back with wet earth. Then with a fiendish roar he turned back to the sled, tossing meat and intestines up high, horns wreaking havoc as he vented his anger, blood and gore spattering madness in his eyes. As things quietened down, everyone agreed it had been too darn close a call, though Grandad found out he still had what it took to constantly stagger them all. As they sat round that evening and laughed till they shook, tears pouring down everyone's face, deep inside each one knew just how thankful they were. It was Grandad who'd won the race. Grandad's close call.